Today, we're cracking open a really profound ancient text, the Yogacara Bhumi Shastra, and we're going to use it to explore a question that, let's be honest, we all think about. What is the real secret to lasting, genuine happiness?
I mean, just think about it for a second. That shiny new car, the latest phone, that amazing night out. The joy you feel is absolutely real. But it just doesn't stick around, does it? It fades. Well, this text says there's a very specific reason for that, and it actually gives us a map to find something way more durable. So, how does this ancient guide explain what so many of us are going through today? Well, it starts with a concept that we are all intimately familiar with. It calls it the joy that comes from non-noble wealth. Basically, this is the happiness we try to find out there, in the world.
So what does that actually mean? It's any kind of happiness that hinges on something outside of yourself. It's conditional. It completely relies on you getting something, having something, or experiencing something in the external world.
And the text gets surprisingly specific, and you'll see just how timeless this is. We're talking about vehicles, nice clothes, music and entertainment, perfumes, good food, good drinks. Sound familiar? These are the exact things we often work our whole lives for, thinking that they are the source of our happiness. But here's the catch, and it is a huge one. Because this kind of joy depends entirely on external things, it's totally unstable. It's temporary, by its very design. And this, the text argues, is precisely why it leaves us feeling a little hollow, always needing to chase that next hit of happiness.
Okay, so if that's the problem, what on earth is the solution? This is where things get really interesting. The text introduces this incredibly powerful alternative, a deeper, way more stable kind of happiness it calls the joy from noble wealth.
Now, this is a complete 180. It's a total shift in where we look for happiness. Instead of looking outside, this joy is something that you generate from within. See, it's not about what you have, it's about who you are and the qualities you build inside yourself.
So what does this noble wealth even look like? Well, it's not gold bars or stock portfolios. It's these 7 internal qualities: faith, morality, conscience, prudence, learning, generosity, and wisdom. According to this text, these are the real treasures.
So then the text does something brilliant. It lays out this super detailed point-by-point comparison. You can almost call it a 15-round showdown, just to hammer home how fundamentally different these two kinds of happiness are. Let's dig into some of the most important distinctions.
All right, first up, where do they come from? The non-noble joy, like we've seen, is all about external stuff, having the right things, being in the right place. But noble joy? That depends only on your inner state, which is the one thing you actually have some control over.
And what about the feeling itself? Well, the joy you get from material things is finite. It literally gets used up. The pleasure from an incredible meal, it ends. But the joy you feel from being generous or from gaining wisdom, the more you use it, the stronger it gets. It's like an infinitely renewable energy source for happiness.
This brings us to a huge one: security. The text makes a really powerful point that anything external can be taken from you. It can be stolen, it can be lost in a disaster, it can just decay over time. But your inner qualities, your wisdom, your integrity, that wealth is 100% secure. Nobody can ever take that away from you.
Now, all of this is pretty fascinating, but the text saves its most powerful, most critical point for last. The biggest difference between these two joys isn't just about how they feel right now, it's about what they lead to down the road.
And here it is. This is the ultimate payoff. The joy you get from noble wealth isn't just about feeling good in the moment. It actually has the power to change your entire future by cutting off suffering at its very root.
This is the crucial line right from the text. Joy from noble wealth can sever great future suffering. So let that sink in. This isn't just about a mood boost. It's a practice that leads to real, lasting freedom. It's a game changer.
So why does chasing worldly joy eventually lead to suffering? The text argues that clinging to external things automatically brings these problems with it. There's the constant fear of losing what you have. There's the conflict that comes from trying to get it and protect it. There's the inevitable disaster of sickness, old age, and death. And underneath it all, that constant, burning feeling that it's never quite enough.
And that just perfectly highlights the incredible contrast, right? The joy that comes from building your inner character is completely free from all that anxiety. It doesn't create fear, it creates confidence. It doesn't cause conflict, it leads to peace. It is a genuine, stable, and deeply liberating state of being.
So, as we wrap up this look into the Yogacara Bhumi Shastra, it really leaves us with one simple, powerful question to ask ourselves. What kind of wealth are you building in your life? Are you investing in temporary pleasures, or are you cultivating a joy that can actually last a lifetime?